G'day legends, welcome to Elsa's World, and thanks for joining me here on episode 20 of GenX Plays Minecraft. Today's episode is going to be primarily focused on finishing off the mountainside base, which is going to mainly consist of a hell of a lot of landscaping and just trying to tie the whole area together. And if we've got time, we're going to take a side quest and try and locate one of these new sulfur caves and see what we can find there. But right now I'll hand you over to Dopey and he can let you know what's happening. Alright, cheers. Okay, we're just at the mountainside base at the moment. I'm not happy leaving this at the moment and moving over to the main base. It's just, it's not quite completed. I'm not happy with how it melds in here. Need to do something all through here, I think, and particularly if you have a look from down here, there's nothing really connecting our two areas up, and I feel that we could get rid of all this orange and red and brown through here and turn that all a little bit green. It's just centering around the water here. That'd really tie it together and get a nice path coming down, connecting. And maybe a little bit of infrastructure down on that side there. Yeah. All right, let's see what we can come up with. So yeah, the first thing we're going to need is a shitload of moss. I could use grass blocks, but as most of the areas in a mesa biome, the grass color is pretty crap, so definitely moss. So what we've done is we've set ourselves out a little area down here in our what we call the manufacturing hub or industrial hub, and we've got a chunk lined out, and that's where we're going to stick our moss farm. With something like a moss farm, which relies heavily on the stone generator, you definitely want to get it chunk aligned. It's not a sort of machine you want half operating and the other half sort of not loaded. So yeah, that's why we're taking great pains to make sure we've got a chunk lined out and we've got all the gear ready. So let's get into it. The farm we're using here is actually the same farm we've been using for about 4 years now. Same design. It's never given me a problem except for the one time when I didn't build it chunk aligned and I had a bit of problem with cobblestone appearing where the stone should have been. But besides that, this is, yeah, it's great. Just giving it a test run at the moment now, and yeah, seems to be working fine. So next thing we're going to do is hook up the collection system onto it. Alright, first part of the collection system sorted. You'll notice we've got 7 outputs altogether, and 4 of them are straight into composters. From the past, we've found that if we feed 4 of the outputs straight into composters, straight into bone meal, we can feed it back up to the top there, and that will keep our farm running, basically to self-sustain it. And then we can just get the output from the 3 outputs up here. Whatever we need to, in a minute we'll put in a converter so we can either obtain moss out of it or bone meal. Right, so you just got to hook up this chest down here to the top and get it all happening. That should be pretty well the farm done. Alright, I'll bring you back in a minute. Alright, system's in place. Very easy, just detects anything that's in the dispenser there, or sorry, the dropper, and shoots it up the bubble elevator until it gets up the top here. We just come down along the water there and pop it straight into the chest. Nice and easy. And of course, as soon as we get here, the whole thing dries up. There we go. Yeah, pops down the chest, through the chest. Got a hopper underneath, then into the dispenser there. So, oh sorry, dropper. I always get it mixed up. So at the moment we're just trying to build up. We want to get this chest about 3/4 full, and that we can just let it run then without having to worry about it. So yeah, after a couple of hours spent at the farm, producing all the moss, and then a few more hours than that down here laying it down, we've made a significant increase, but we've still got a shitload left to go. So back up the farm, make a heap more moss, and come back down. As you can see, we're nearly done placing the moss and the mossy cobblestone. Probably about 90% of it done, and even just this, it's looking a heap better. It's sort of all starting to fit together a lot better. But yeah, as you can see, we've got it all the way down to the water line, up across the top, and then all the way down the back here to the fisherman's hut, the farmer's house. The only problem or sorry, not problem, the only bit we've still got left to do is mountain up the top here. Well, basically the side of a mountain anyway. So that's as far as we're going to push it back, but yeah, I need to fix all this up here. We can definitely improve on that. And we're finally done with the placing of moss and mossy cobblestone. So yeah, whole area is looking a lot nicer now. We've basically got a blank canvas which we can yeah, start putting some more details in. So the first thing we'll probably do is put the pathway in, and then also put a few trees up to sort of give it a definition of where the area ends. All right, bring you back in a minute. All right, pathways in, and we've got a few cherry trees up along the area, sort of just to give it a border to sort of frame it all in. So yeah, basically the sorry, trail goes all the way down from the fishing hut, all the way up through, and then connects with the main house up here. All right, now we've yeah, going to do a bit more decorating, a bit more details in the area. All right, taking inspiration from Corrales on the Hermitcraft server, and also some cool pictures of lavender fields I found. I've tried to do similar, but lilac, which I thought was the closest. And yeah, instead of varying it up, I put a solid bit through and yeah, gave it nice colour. I think it looks pretty good. Quite happy with how it's turned out. So yeah, what we're got to do a bit more of though is yeah, more detailing. So more moss being bone mealed, so we can try and yeah, get some grass, some plants up, that sort of thing, give some variety. Yeah, looks good. And I do believe we're done. So what we're going to do now is try and get creative, get the camera account out, and do a couple of fly-throughs and maybe some time-lapse of that with a bit of music. So sit back, enjoy, and yeah, I'll see you on the other side. Cheers. Hope you enjoyed that. It's fun making it anyway, at least. Yeah, we're show you the last farm we've just built. We've put another one right next to the moss farm. We thought it's about time we had a purpur farm. So, chorus fruit, whichever you want to call it. But yeah, here we are. We're just shooting the flowers off because if you just drop the plants, you'll lose these. So we're shooting them off at the start. Then yeah, we'll drop down the bottom, clear the whole thing with water, and let the hoppers pick up everything, and yeah, see what we got. Right, let's speed him up a bit, eh? Right, down the bottom now, we just press the button. We've got a whole heap of dispensers here with a bucket of water in them. Drops all the water, knocks the plants down, pushes everything down towards the back, which is there's a line of hoppers back there. And yeah, we collect everything in the chest down there. We just turn the water back off. And normally we would just grab a 20 new flowers and put them out, but we haven't actually built up much stockpile as yet. So what we're doing is, yeah, we're just going to wait for some new ones, and then we'll plant a new batch. It's another very simple farm. The flowers can only be placed on end stone, so we've got 20 bits down here that we can drop them all on. And yeah, it stops some growing too tall, but the other ones that push through, you get decent distance. They can grow up to 24 blocks high, which is why I've got quite a big area here, but generally they won't get up to about 2/3 of that if you're lucky. All right. With all that sorted, I get side quest time. Let's get into it. And look what we happen to find. So the theory was we'd hit the desert, we'd only go on a certain points in it, like wherever there's a well or a village or a temple. So we're hoping there was a large amounts of area that hadn't been loaded from what had been around it. So I thought, because it's it's the clearest, easiest probably biome to find it in. We flew around for a bit, and lo and behold, we got some. So now we're just going to have a look around for try and find a cave or an entrance or something, and yeah, hopefully have a check out some caves. So once we find something, I'll bring you back. Well, we will find a cave once I've had a bit of play around up here with the sulfur. These I suppose you call it water spouts. They're going to be pretty interesting to use, considering you can move things around with them and such forth. So yeah, I'll get over playing with these for a minute and actually look for a cave. All right, bring you back. It's definitely not any sort of compulsion that I've got to come and uh, loot this village that seems to have sort of got in the way of me finding a cave. But I just obviously there could be a cave entrance underneath the hay bale, so you've got to check these things. We'll find one eventually, I'm sure of it. Oh, this looks like it's got possibilities. Um, it's got a distinctive yellow look to it. That's definitely. Hey, look at that. We're going in. Oh, piss off. And your mate too. Looks like we might have found one here. Let's go down and check it out. Let's look at my. Definitely found ourselves a sulfur cave, haven't we? You beauty. Oh, let's get in there and I might do a quick bit of running around, drop a whole heap of torches, light this place up, and yeah, so we can get a better look. Back in a tick. So got the place pretty well lit up. We built ourselves a little cubby hole so we're safe if need be. Now we'll get out here and try and grab some of these chaos cubes and some of the yellow stalactites and that, and look for a spot where we can get some of the new blocks in bulk. Maybe get a shulker or a beach or something like that. Right, I think I got some slime somewhere. I should have put that down with me. Give me a sec. I ended up finding this spot just down the bottom of like a little gully with a water source coming down to it, and yeah, the chaos cubes just kept spawning and kept dropping down to me. So yeah, it was very helpful, and yeah, it takes about I think we're counting about 10 slime just to grow them up to the bigger stage where you can actually then stick them in a bucket. So let's do that with this lake. You can actually attract them too when you're on slime. When they're adults, they don't care about the slime, but when they're little fellas, they yeah, they'll come to you. Just whack them in a bucket. Yeah, keep going. I think I got about 16 or more. So yeah, we'll play around with them at a later date. Yeah, next thing we want to do is dig a bit out and get a decent amount of both of blocks so we can play around with them for a bit. And yeah, we'll grab that. And next thing I'll do, I must admit I cheated a little bit. I had a quick look on Chunk Base to see if there was a mine shaft anywhere near here. And lo and behold, there was one. So yeah, we're going to head up in that direction and see what we can find. All right, bring back a minute. So we found the mine shaft, and fortunately we've got a little cave here with a bit of a sulfur cave over in the corner. So we've brought a chest all the way up here, because if a chest is opened up inside a sulfur cave, it has a chance to get the new disc, which we don't have here. So we're going to, from here, explore out into the mine shaft a little bit, and any chests we find, we're going to lay some tracks, bring them back to here, and yeah, see if we can get any of these new records. All right, I'll get that happening. And on our third chest, we finally got lucky and got one. So, yeah, we're going to keep at it a bit more, see if we can get any more out of it. But, yeah, at least we got one for a start. Good beauty. In the end, I think we got to about 8 chests and we got 3 records. So, think that's pretty good. So, yeah, we're going to take everything back, and maybe we've got enough time to squeeze in another farm too. See how we go. All right, welcome back. We're up in the industrial area at the moment, and I promised before, but didn't show you, so I was going to hook up a little system to the moss farm so we could get moss or bone meal. So basically, look at it at the moment. The configuration is anything in these three hoppers will head over to this one, and at the moment, this one will pull anything down from above. So hoppers will let anything get pulled from below before it pushes it out forward. So as long as this hopper is fine, it'll drop their content straight into the chest, down into the bottom one, and as you can see, we're getting different moss items through. But if then we lock that lock that hopper by powering this block, so now the items will come along, they won't get dragged down because that one's locked, so they'll continue over into the composter, into bone meal, and then down into the chest. As we can see now, that increasing. There we go. A bit slow, isn't it? Come on, that's the way. All right, so basically giving us the ability to get whatever we want out of the farm, and all that time, as we said, the other four inputs are just producing bone meal, pumping it into here, straight back over and refilling the farm. Don't need that at the moment. All right, now new stuff. All right, yes, we used to have this stuff down there. We've expanded quite a bit. Got 32, and also on the other side, you'll notice we've got the yellow stalactites or stalagmites, I suppose, as well. My own design on this one, because obviously as it grows down, it'll eventually, once it grows one more, pop off that observer, which powers the above and below. So when you've got situations like, say here, see, as that grows down, it'll probably join up, but you don't want to leave the one down the bottom. So that's why I've got the, instead of just the one above, knock it down, we've got the one on the bottom as well. Same situation over here. All right. And what I've also hooked up, we will have a look around the back. Now, very simple. It'll, one goes off, it'll power up what the next 12 or whatever it is, the range of the redstone. But these ones in the middle here, no matter which one of these goes off, one of these will always be powered. All right, particularly these two. So we run another line down here. So instead of having a minecart that continually goes back and forth and just makes a shitload of noise, we've actually powered it up. So if any one of these observers go off, it actually powers our minecart as well. I can simulate that by just hitting the button here, and you can see it goes down, picks up whatever it has to. Because we did this end, that's why it hasn't done this far down. It comes back up with what we picked up, dumps in the chest. A lot of that was from the farm we had previously, but yeah, no, it's slow, but it's a set and forget farm. Exactly the same design over here. Down even the minecart, the whole lot. I don't think I'm actually going to get anything from that lot, but as you can see, slowly picking stuff up, and we can actually make the sulfur blocks out of that. So yeah, I think that's about it at the moment. Oh, one thing, Mojang's done a nasty on us. Ever since the latest update 26.31, which was just a day or so ago, I've lost access to vibrant visuals. I'm on a Samsung Galaxy S10 Ultra, so it's only just the next model's just only just come out, but yeah, for some reason it's cut. I went into the bugs and someone's already put a bug in for it, so hopefully it's going to be something that's going to be fixed shortly. But yeah, at the moment I don't have vibrant visuals. I was going to go for a nice walk along the path, show it off a bit, but yeah, we can't fucking do that, can we? So which is, yeah, shit. So we might have to call it here at the moment, and hopefully next episode we've got vibrant visuals back. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And as I always ask, if you know some old fart that plays Minecraft, please pass it on to them. Hey, have a good one, guys. Cheers. Hey, just a quick bonus clip. Put a couple of the saturated sulfur blocks down here, a couple of the geysers, and yeah, I think it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Maybe go up a bit more often, but hey, flying fish. All right, cheers.